So, how did you feel in 1975 when Cher was on the cover of Time in one of your designs?
Well, that was very exciting because on the color, in those days, the cover of Time usually was for political leaders, and it was quite startling when there she was in her see-through dress on the cover.
So it was startling for two reasons.
Well, a couple of reasons, yeah, and some places even banned it. They wouldn't allow it sold in certain cities, the sort of Bible Belt cities. Can you imagine these days the things you see on the cover of magazines?
Yeah,
or what you see on television?
That's
Jersey Shore and all
amazing.
that.
Amazing. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
But anyway, it was quite fun, and it sold out the day it came out. Everybody had one.
But one of the things that I find so interesting is, you've designed for a lot of the legends, Carol Burnett and Mitzi Gaynor and Bette Midler, but you designed for and Cher.
Oh, lots of people.
But for a lot of the young stars too, like Beyoncé and Pink, and I mean that's got to be. Is it different or is it the same?
I'm one of the old guys that's around, and nobody was it's still the old ladies, the ladies that I started with were staying with me, and we were going to things, and then I started getting calls from some of the younger ones. Female performers now have gotten to be like the old-fashioned ones that used to do big nightclub acts with costume changes. Now they do these big rock concerts, and they're just changing costumes every 2 minutes, and having all kinds of effects and things, where before they wore a T-shirt and a pair of jeans. So
right.
I like that, and the audience likes it better. They really have a good time. You go to see somebody perform and they wear the same old thing and they can't light it and it doesn't look like anything. And you might as well be home listening to the CD.
Right. Well, it's so funny because I never thought about it like that, but it's true. It's back to almost the variety show
feel. It really is. It really is. It's amazing. They have dancers, they have performers,
now they have to do everything.
Jugglers. Pink does all those incredible acrobatic things up in the air, doing trapeze feats and singing at the same time. No pre-record there.
She's really singing while she's
really
doing all that?
singing. Oh yeah. And singing well.
Yeah.
She's a good singer.
She is a very good singer.
Yeah.
So that has to be a little different designing costume for someone doing an aerial routine.
Well, you just have to make sure everything stays in.
Right.
Because they're just upside down and backwards and their legs are everywhere. So it's tricky. It's not like standing and singing a song with a mic.
No.
Yeah, it's different.
Well, okay. There's a quote in here I really wanted to run by you because it was just cracking me up. Okay. All right. I'm really going to die laughing if you know what this is from. I'm trying to get my hands into the leg holes. I'm trying to get my hands into the leg holes, my legs into the armholes, and we are crying with laughter.
Oh, that must have been Cher.
No, I didn't realize that it had a huge bottom on it. It was my first time walking in flippers. Elton John as Donald Duck.
Oh, right, yes. Well, he was...
He blames it all on you, by the way.
Well, I know, but Elton, he said, he was doing these concerts, and I'd done all these flamboyant things for him, and he said, well, I would like to be Donald Duck. And I said, oh, well, all right, I can do that. And we made his duck feet out of flippers. And he did a whole concert dressed as Donald Duck. But then it had how Donald Duck has that kind of a big butt kind of with tail feathers.
Right.
He could barely sit on the piano bench and play, but he did.
He played the piano in flippers?
Well, he took the flippers off. That's where he had to take them
off.
But then he also had a Minnie Mouse costume that he wore for a whole concert. And he
did not.
He did. He had all these crazy costumes that he just loved to have, and he
By the way,
care.
He completely blames you for the Donald Duck costume.
Well,
he said, and I quote,
it's my
Bob
fault,
said, I think it'd be great if you were Donald Duck. And I said, Bob, whatever you want.
They were going through these. I said, Minnie Mouse, that's so ladylike. Why don't we do Donald Duck?
I saw a picture of him in that costume. That's huge. Like the bill on the top of the head.
I know. I don't know another performer that would do that. They'd be afraid they'd be laughed at or whatever. Not him.
I think he's kind of a very wicked kind of guy as well. I think he got a lot of his fantasies out in our clothes, and I'm forever grateful for that.
Well, Elton John did the special with Cher. It was her special. She had Elton John, Bette Midler, and Flip Wilson. They were all drag queens, all of them. And he was had so much fun, and he kept looking at Cher's clothes, and he said, I want you to do some things for me. And I did a couple on the show, and he loved those and wore them in concert and everything. And I said, well, what kind of things? He says, well, like you do for Cher. I said, okay. You know, so the first thing I did for him was this white, swan's down downy coat that went clear across the stage, and he was carried out. A big black muscle man, Mr. World, carried him on his shoulder, as he waved to the audience, and his big cape went clear onto the other side of the stage. Well, that kind of gets the attention of the audience, and he loved that. He loved that.
Got to get some tapes of those concerts.
Oh, amazing, And then he sat down and played his songs like he always did, because basically in those big concert halls or those arenas, you can't really tell what anyone has on. Nowadays, they have the big screens.
Right.
And you can see everything, And, sometimes the girls are looking up and say, put some sleeves in my outfit, but whatever. In those days, they're all having fun.
So I guess that's probably one of the things that changed the fact that now the performers are changing a million times and everything is with the big screens, everyone can kind of really see what's going on.
Yeah, you can see it, and it's fun. The Lady Gagas, I don't do her clothes, but she's certainly influenced by those earlier divas that wore clothes just as crazy.
Oh, yeah, she has some interesting...
Some of them are still wearing crazy ones.
I don't think that there is a costumer ever that's been able to run the gamut from Carol Burnett and all her guests, this is a dead giveaway, to me and Sonny in all my incarnations. And you are known for dressing Cher in all her incarnations.
Well, I started off in the 70s, 71. Well, actually, I met her in 69 on the Carol Burnett show, because everything kind of one thing leads to another in that business. It's who you meet and who you know. And she says, well, I'd like to have a few beads on a costume someday, but I can't afford it right now. And boy, did she get beads.
Wow. She made up.
She did, yeah.
She made up for last time on the beads.
Well, she gets whatever she wants.
And she should.
Yeah.
That's my personal opinion.
Yes, well, why
I don't
not?
know her, but I think she should get whatever she wants.
You know.
She's amazing.